Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and people of the internet, and welcome to another episode of our new radio play, Disney Heroes, here on Pez of the Mind.
We need a gif of Simon flying up and just doing the Tinkerbell wand to make Disney Heroes.
Wah, wah,
Yes.
wah, wah, wah. Damn it, now we're going to get a copyright strike for me doing that. Anyway. At any rate, joining me, of course, co-creator Chris the Mole.
Hello, welcome. Thank you, I'm basking in my glory, thank you.
Indeed. And our cast members, of course, Richter Hammer.
Hello.
And Marcus Shadow.
What's up?
So, for those that haven't been paying attention, this is a radio play where a group of people summoned to Disney World fight off demons posing as Disney villains using good magic. That's all you need to know. We're going to be some new characters introduced here. Should be a lot of fun. And we're going to head on into it, so we hope you enjoy. We rejoin our team at their headquarters hidden underneath the Cinderella Castle Royal Table Dining Room. 3 days has passed since the previous battle against Clayton and Shere Khan, resulting in injuries to 2 team members. 3 of our main team members, David Keith, Jeff Chen, and team leader Noah Johnson, are in the headquarters having rendezvous to discuss the current status of things. Alright. It's good to see you two. How has your Disney historical research been going?
Well, that's going pretty good. I'm not sure how useful it's going to be, but, learning all I can is probably going to help us.
Definitely. It's, of course, most relevant to focus on the villains, as that seems to be the demon's predilection. Of course, knowing what heroes fight what villains and villains' weaknesses can also be useful in choosing what of your powers will be relevant for each battle, although you gentlemen seem to have done a good job of that so far.
Jeff looks down at his leg. Well, depends on your definition.
How's the leg healing up?
Well, it's still there. He taps the ground with the cane. At least I don't have to use a crutch anymore.
That is a start. Unfortunately, you'll notice, of course, Jacob isn't here with us. It turns out your predilection was right, Jeff. His injuries were a little more severe than we initially believed. Nothing life-threatening, but he is going to be laid up for longer than we initially anticipated.
How did you explain that to his family?
Well, a freak accident. Unfortunately, we don't really... Let's just say that those that agreed to this take on certain responsibilities, and they were aware of that going in, yourselves included. And in the event of catastrophic situations like this, we do our best to provide needs to both our team members and the families. And being that we do have access to the aforementioned good magic, it can repair the parks, and while it doesn't do quite well on human injuries, it does enough to help keep what we do confidential and avoid raising too many questions.
That's good.
Yeah, we wouldn't want anybody to worry too much. Let's just say, as far as the families are aware, everyone is okay.
Good, because I'd hate to be present for the conversation of why the hell is there a bullet hole in my husband?
Well, don't worry. Once the team members that we have, as you two have noted, are spending most of their time here, and as a result, it's become customary that for the important business at hand of working with the Walt Disney Company, that these folks are indisposed for an extended period. So the general indication was that we would have you here to deal with the task for as long as necessary and ensure that you are returned to your families and your lives in one piece at the end.
Excellent.
Yeah, let's hope that holds up.
I see no reason it shouldn't, as long as the balance between the darkness and light as it stands now holds. We should be able to counteract the darkness. If the darkness were to gain more of a foothold, well, let's just hope that doesn't happen.
Indeed. So, 3 days. It's been kind of quiet. Almost too quiet.
That's a good thing, though. I mean, with you and Jacob out, we're kind of short-staffed. I really wouldn't want anything to happen.
You're quite right, David. Unfortunately, we've been, determining a proper course of action to handle this. It's been certainly lucky that we haven't had any further attacks, but given that we had several in a row, including one where not one but 2 demons attacked simultaneously, and given the fact that those demons did not seem to be united in their cause, I'd say that perhaps the demons pouring out are having some issues dealing with each other, in addition to dealing with us, which hopefully that dissent among them will be an advantage. But we can't rest on our laurels here and assume that just because we've had a few days of peace that's going to last very long. In fact, the longer the peace lasts, the more likely it is that a more severe attack could be coming down the pipeline.
That's true. They would gathering up their forces would definitely be to their advantage. So let's hope that they don't do that.
Indeed.
Indeed.
At any rate, to go towards your other point, David, you are right. Given 2 of our 4 team members are indisposed, it would be rather difficult if you and I had to go into a fight alone or with an injured Jeff. So to that effect, you may recall that I mentioned during our initial meeting that while we serve as the primary red team to handle this problem, we do have blue team members in reserve in the event that this should occur. So we felt that due to the current injuries, it was worth calling a few in, especially given that we don't want to go too long without introducing them to the realities that you gentlemen have unfortunately come face to face with, or they could be blindsided if something major happens and they haven't been prepped.
Sounds good.
So, with that, allow me to introduce our 2 blue team members that will be joining us for the time being. You may know one of them already. But first, allow me to introduce Adrian Connor.
A young Caucasian boy walks out, early 20s, short cropped hair, wide grin on his face, wearing shades. Hey guys.
Welcome. And our other new teammate, I suppose this shouldn't be a surprise to you, David, but of course let me introduce Alfred Keith.
Oh my gosh. Bro, what's up? A young man runs up and gives his brother a hug, patting him on the back. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, yeah. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Is this going to be cool? This is going to be cool. David looks slightly uncomfortable next to his brother. Why are you here? Same reason you are. Yeah, we got to save the world. How cool is that? Yes. Was there a mistake on the application? He turns to Noah when he asks this.
Sadly, no. I mean, obviously, there is a difference of personality between you 2, but that doesn't change the heart of the believer, as it were. Especially given that, if I recall correctly, I believe it was him who signed the 2 of you up to begin with.
Yes, that is true. Yes! So now we're going to be superheroes! How cool is that, David? He then slaps David in the arm really hard. David rubs his arm and looks uncomfortably at his brother. Yes, this is going to be very fun.
Jeff glances over at David and his brother, and then at Adrian, and then back at Noah, and crosses his arms. You really expect me to babysit with a hole in my leg? Really?
Relax. You're not babysitting. I am. Wouldn't want you to go into the field and get further hurt, so you're going to stay here and continue recouping the leg. David, you'll stay here and continue the research. And you 2 newbies, well, if anything were to come up, you'll be with me. Almost conveniently, as Noah says this, the alarm begins going off. I had to open my big mouth. Noah walks over toward the computer, looking over at Tech's shoulder. Looks like coming from Tomorrowland. Oh, that's interesting. Well, that should be a good test bed, actually. I suppose the demons are being rather useful to us today. All right, gentlemen. It would seem we have a demon alert in Tomorrowland. Noah walks over to the side of the room to the watch containment unit, removing 2 additional watches and handing them to the blue team members. Put these on and let's see what happens.
Adrian picks up a watch and looks at it before sliding it around his wrist, energy enveloping him. Whoa, cool.
Al runs over and grabs one of the watches. He then strikes a heroic pose like a superhero on TV and slaps it down. All right, power up time.
Jeff just hangs his head and sighs heavily. David, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Al looks at the watch and starts turning the dial. The forms that have shown up are a silhouette with a bill and a cape. The next one is what appears to be a robotic silhouette with one wheel at the bottom and also a bill on it. And the third one appears to be a man in a skin-tight suit surfing on what appears to be ice. Oh, yeah!
The 3 holographic images appear on Adrian's watch. The first one seems to be a small, like koala bear-like creature. The second one seems to be just the silhouette of a normal person with a letter I on his chest. And the third seems to be a hooded figure. Adrian cocks his head. Well, I can make out 2, but that third one's kind of ambiguous. Should be cool.
Well, all right then. I wish I had more time to let you get accustomed to it, but as you can see, there's an alarm going off right now. We have things to do. Jeff, David, keep an eye on things here and let us know if there's anything else that we have to worry about while we're out there.
Will do, sir. David turns and walks toward the console.
Jeff stands up, steadying himself on his cane. Noah, don't hesitate to ask if you need help. Even injured, I can still help.
Noted and appreciated. Alfred, Adrian, you're with me to Tomorrowland. The three head out, taking one of the hidden underground Disney World tunnels and emerging in the section of the park known as Tomorrowland. Everything looks futuristic. The Astro Orbiter spinning above them, and the assorted attractions still lit. All right. Noah checks his watch. The signal appears to be coming from Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin. That's a difficult one to get into. It's an on-rails car attraction if you two have ever had the opportunity. So, well, only one way in without, going through some pains to get some doors unlocked. The group heads to the front of the attraction. Noah stops over at a control panel in a side room, activating the tram cars. All right. All aboard, gentlemen.
All right, no lines. Al runs forward and jumps in one of the cars.
Woo! Adrian runs in after him.
Let's see what we've got. After a moment, the bar slides down and the rides begin. The green car is moving in as the voice-acting Buzz Lightyear voice kicks in, explaining the premise of the ride, being that Emperor Zurg's forces are contained within, and that this is a Space Ranger training simulator in which the ride participants use the faux lasers on the cars to shoot at targets, earning a score that they can be graded on at the end of the ride. All right. The demon in question is in here, and judging by the decor, I'd say we're probably dealing with Emperor Zurg.
Ooh. We're not going to shoot him with these guns, right? Because that won't work. Or will it work?
Well, normally these are purely a prop. However, Noah taps his watch, making a minor adjustment. A light humming noise can be heard from the guns on the cars. We luckily equipped these with a magic channeling power source, so in the event that this sort of thing happened, we could use them. These cars can actually be removed from this entirely and run separately if need be in other areas of the park, but conveniently, we happen to be in here. Everyone
Once
keep
we,
your...
beat this evil guy, can we totally just take the cars for a ride around the park?
I'm afraid we cannot. We have to focus on the mission at hand. However, if you do enjoy the ride, one of the advantages of being part of our program is once we get all this settled out, you will, of course, be given free access to the park for life.
Oh, score!
We figured you all deserve some level of compensation for helping us with this little problem.
Adrian grins and high fives Alfred.
Yeah.
By the way, I should probably mention, as we're keeping our eyes out here, you may or may not be aware, the Zurg we're probably going to run into is not necessarily the Zurg from the Toy Story films that you've most likely seen. That Zurg obviously is a toy, but in his capacity is limited. However, there is also a cartoon that we aired on our Toon Disney channel, which more recently is known as Disney XD, called Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. In it, it's effectively a cartoon show that would exist within the world of Toy Story. In it, Buzz Lightyear is an actual space ranger with a full team that he works with to fight the evil Emperor Zurg in outer space. Most likely, if the demon chose to take on the form of Zurg, it would be that Zurg, one who is known to have minions at his disposal and a variety of abilities, such as lasers, rocket boots, and who knows what other surprises.
Yeah, that makes sense. That'd be really messed up if he came as a toy. That wouldn't be that threatening. We could totally just put him in a box and there's nothing he could do.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Precisely. All right. As the team rides the cars through, they keep their eyes peeled, looking for the real Zurg among the assorted faux cutouts and plastic props of the ride.
Still not seeing him.
Now, there's a lot of faux Zurgs in here. It's easier for him to hide. We should run across him sooner or later.
Hey, will the real Zurg please stand up? Please stand up. Alfred stands up in the car and starts waving his arms.
Hello, my precious.
Oh, that
Zurg
worked.
says as he starts to rocket out.
Wow, that worked.
That was kind of creepy.
Well, he is, at least within his continuity, the evil emperor of all space.
Noted. So, what do we do now?
Well, I assume we transform and kick his butt.
Well, that is traditionally how we do this.
No. Now, you die.
Zurg says as he pulls out his ion cannon and starts to shoot at one of the cars. Pew!
Doc!
Ah!
Yeah, be careful. These may be Disney villains, but their weapons can still hurt. You might have noticed Jeff's injured leg, and one of our other team members is still laid up in a hospital bed from our last little excursion.
Well, I was pretty sure he didn't fall down some stairs, but duly noted. Alfred
Adrian
says,
looks back
peeking
at the
his-
car that was hit with the ion cannon. Okay, now I'm scared.
I did mention these lasers work. Use them.
All right, Zerg, you're going down. Alfred sits down at the gun and begins wildly firing in the direction of Zerg.
Adrian pulls up another gun. Oh, right. Arcade mode.
What the hell are you kids doing? You almost got me.
I think that's the point, dude.
But I am Emperor Zerg. You should obey Zerg.
No, you're some evil spirit thing who thinks he's Emperor Zurg. Choo, 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 choo.
Dodges and weaves between the shots as Zerg continues to shoot his ion cannon. Pew! Hoping to eclipse one of the cars, making it spin round. Pew!
Whoa.
Whoa, easy. Noah grabs one of the guns and also begins firing towards Zerg. Hold still.
Mr. Noah, sir, I don't mean to rain on the parade here, but we're kind of defenseless. I mean, we're stuck on these rails, and he can move and aim and fire. We should probably get out of here.
I suppose you make a valid point. Hang on, let me see if I can get these bars up remotely.
Or you could just save yourself some time, surrender now, join my army, and I can set you to work. You can start Monday.
No thanks, man. I already got a job, and I like it. Hey, guys, let's try to shoot near him. Maybe we can chase him out of the building.
Not a bad idea. See if we can strategize our shots so they're forced in one direction.
We're sending him to England?
What?
What?
Never mind, just fire. Choo, 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 choo.
The team begins firing the lasers, aiming at one side, forcing Zorg to continue moving toward a nearby maintenance exit seen at the back of the ride.
You people have no respect for your Emperor. How dare you?
Zerg says as he then turns around and fires the cannon at the door, pew, making a hole in the wall that he escapes through.
Oh, man, that was a perfectly good wall.
Yeah, why didn't he just open the door? Some villains are so stupid. Anyway, Noah tweaks his watch once and the bars pop up as the cars stop. We better go after him, come on!
Right behind you. Alfred jumps out of the car and follows Noah out the door.
Adrian jumps out and runs after them.
The team runs out through the maintenance exit back into the center of Tomorrowland. As they arrive, they see a large number of gold-colored robots standing in formation in front of the Astro Orbiter. Looking up, Zerg stands atop it.
Evil army. Attack! Attack those Musketeers, or whatever they call themselves.
Okay, now would be a good time to transform, guys.
Adrian slides to a stop next to them. Man, I can't believe you guys have never heard of One Direction. What the hell? He looks down at his watch. He rotates the watch to setting 2 and slams it shut. All right, this could go 1 of 5. A red suit appears around him with a black mask over his eyes and a large eye on his chest. Okay, now, He then turns around and realizes he's on the other side of the park, and he sees the team off in the distance. Whoa.
The hell did he go?
Did he just leave us?
I don't know.
Oh, well. That might not be cool, but this is. Alfred changes the dial and pushes it down. He then gets a outfit of blue and white with a visor on it. He's like, "Ooh, time for the Frozone."
That guy left right as I was taking over. That's so incredibly rude. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I missed the Space Ranger. That guy, at least he stuck around. You two, the ones who are still around, please just die.
I'm gonna have to give a pass on that, Zerg. Noah pops his watch, spinning it around, revealing a black form with blue highlighted lights on it. He slams it back down as a black suit transforms over him. Blue highlights run in sleek lines. A helmet forms. Reaching behind his back, Noah pulls out two blue outlined circular throwing devices. You want to fight future tech? Let's fight with future tech.
I don't have.
I don't have future tech. Technically, mine's present tech. Just pointing that out. Also, die!
Zerg says as he fires his ion cannon.
Whoa! Noah dodges out of the way and then throws one of his circular discs, hitting a few of the robots before flying back to him. I really hope that other guy comes back soon.
How dare you? They're not cheap.
5 of the robots drop at once as a figure in red appears in the middle of them, electricity coursing through his body. Miss me?
Not bad, although I don't recall Dash having electricity powers. Interesting side effect. I'll make a note of that.
Maybe he ran on a carpet.
Anything's possible around this place, but less banter, more fighting.
Good call. Zerg, it's time to freeze your assets. Alfred then shoots ice out at some of the robots, who then become really heavy and crash to the ground.
Oh, you kids have no respect for people's property.
Noah runs toward the robot's discs in hand. He jumps in the air, spinning around and kicking one in the head. As he comes down, he throws a disc, cutting the legs out of a few others, spinning his other disc behind him, remaining in his hand, using it as a striking weapon, knocking another.
Alfred freezes one of the nearby robots, and as it falls down, he grabs it. He spins around with it, and then throws it into a couple more. Woo! Airplane spin.
Several robots surround Adrian, who just kind of glances over all of them. You're going to try to gang up on me. Adrian then goes into a top spin, pulling the robots around him in. He then abruptly stops, sending all the robots flying. Well, all the robots around him flying. All right, Zerg, let's see you avoid this. Adrian disappears in blur, trying to go for a super speed punch at Zerg.
That's not going to... Ah!
Zerg gets punched in the face and falls over, landing on the floor.
Adrian gets to a stop as he gets surrounded by more robots. Wow, that actually worked.
Good job, Adrian. Alfred throws up a thumbs up.
Adrian grins and runs away as he gets shot at multiple times by all the robots. Whoa!
Less destroying the robots first, or should I say, less celebrating, more destroying the robots first.
You got it. Time to cool their jets. He then shoots more ice at a group of them, and they crash down. This is awesome.
Noah continues swiping at an assortment of robots with his twin discs.
Adrian runs out a wall with the robots following him. He then runs straight up the wall and does a kickflip off the wall, flipping over until his feet are pointed at the ground. Then he goes into a spin, drilling straight down into the robots. Stoom! Whoa!
Take it easy. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, Hey, Alfred, you remember in the movie how Frozone could surf around on the ice he was making?
Do I?
Hit that up and let me come behind you. You drive, I'll smash.
All right. You got it, boss. Alfred aims at the ground and starts creating a giant track of ice that he slides along with Noah behind him.
As he does, Noah takes his discs out, holding them out and smashing things to the sides of the track as they swing around, taking out the remaining robots along their track.
Adrian runs up behind them and starts spinning his arms around, catching the discs in the funnel of air that he creates. He then starts throwing his arms around, moving the discs around, using them as extended weapons.
That is a clever combination. The remaining robots fall and the group comes to a halt. Alright. Well, just one thing left for that. Normally this part's a little more difficult. Noah makes an adjustment on his watch as the small gold magic box appears. He lays it next to Zurg, and the unconscious form of Zurg is pulled inside. Alright.
No.
Adrian hands the discs back to Noah. I believe these are yours.
Thanks. Noah replaces the discs into the holster on the back of his suit. Alright, well.
Mm-hmm.
Put that guy on ice.
Doubt on that one, but let's just say he's the least threatening of what we faced so far, and what's coming next is sure to be worse, so we best be prepared.
Well, he was a good warm-up, Al said as he starts cracking his knuckles. So, I say we can take a better one next time, because we got a little experience, and now we're good to go.
Experience is helpful, but don't get too arrogant. You never know what these demons are going to pull out. We have to remember, they're not the actual Disney villains. They're far more dangerous.
Yeah, we're not the actual Disney heroes.
We're far more dangerous as well. The balance is, you've noted the balance. Good. You're learning. Noah adjusts his watch, transforming back to normal. Let's head back to HQ, and presumably Jeff and David have been watching in on us. We should regroup with them and figure out how to proceed for next time.
Adrian gets a mischievous grin on his face as in one fell swoop he grabs both Noah and Alfred and takes off running back to the base.
They follow, heading back to their headquarters to prep for their next adventure. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A bit short, but effective nonetheless. Anybody else still here?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think you misunderstood what I said at the end, but that's cool.
Sorry.
All good.
Oh, you were super speeding us back. I get it now.
Yeah.
Oops. You just said you grabbed, and I'm like, wait, how are you grabbing us? Because even if you could grab us at super speed, you'd be dragging us with you. You don't have super strength. You wouldn't be able to pick us up.
No, but with how fast I'm going, the wind behind me would keep you up in the air.
Yes, and with how fast you're going, the wind behind us, without your suit that specifically reduces friction, we'd be on fire.
Cartoon logic.
And if a mouse really had a head as big as Mickey, it'd snap his neck. What's your point?
Yeah. And actually, no, it's not cartoon logic, Jeff, because if you had seen the movie, that specifically was mentioned by the little Ender woman about Dash's suit, that it resists friction so he can run and not set things on fire.
Fair enough. Anyway, it's all good. It worked.
Anyway, that was a fun little adventure. I enjoyed that. Zurg, best villain so far.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the hell to do with speed powers that didn't seem repetitive.
You were clever. You came up with some unique things. I liked it. Richter, what did you think? Richter stepped away. Mole, what did you think?
I think that went well.
Indeed. Yeah, I realized as we were on the tram cars, oh shit, I forgot to do the movie versus cartoon Zerg thing. Well, the other two wouldn't need it anyway. I'll just do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, like I said, I completely heard the door. I just really thought Zerg would be dramatic enough to just blast his way out and fly, because he's not going to stop, land down, open the door while you're shooting at him. That'd be silly.
True, but that's why I figured
Drama.
I figured our characters would know how to correct us reaction. Like, why wouldn't he use the door? That's a perfectly good door.
Exactly, yeah. And I was like, no, it's a Zerg thing to do. Just and go through.
It is.
I'll also be honest, I'm surprised my punch landed. I expected Zerg to fly out of the way.
Well,
To be fair, I said as long as it wasn't straight away, I was going to let you I was going to let anyone one-shot him. And the fact you hadn't just done that first, like, oh, I'm just going to ignore the enemies and do it, I was like, oh, okay, I'll let it land.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to start mixing things up a little bit, because I'll admit I was originally going to, given that this was a more lighthearted one, I was originally going to state that the park was open for this one, but I just didn't get a chance to work it in, so I'm like, the hell with it. But I'm going to try to work some more where we have to do some of this stuff where the park is open, because it makes no sense that the demons only attack at night.
Yeah.
Unless they're weak to sunlight. Bum, bum, bum.
That's surprisingly logical.
Because they're the darkness.
That's true.
Thus they're weak to light.
Yes.
If only we had a character in our team that could show them the light.
Nice. Well, at any rate, this has been a fun little adventure, and tune in next week for another episode of Disney Heroes. Thank you all for being here.
Indeed, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Pleasure. Fun.
Indeed. And for Richter Hammer, who I believe has stepped away, thank you for being here.
I believe he got back in.
Yeah, I just managed to skirt back in.
I may be wrong. I saw him type on Skype. I just got back in.
Oh, he didn't say anything. That's why I wasn't sure. Well, at any rate, this has been another episode of Disney Heroes, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye, folks.